Welcome to the channel of a Queen Divine, where messages get delivered right on time. Grand Rising, my beautiful divine butterflies, and welcome back to our channel. It is the early morning for me. I hope y'all having a beautiful day, evening, or night whenever y'all seeing this video. What I wanted to get on here and talk about is watering thyself. Okay. I know, and like I tell y'all all the time, I say I know because I know due to certain situations or experiences that I have went through. So if what I say does not resonate with you, that is fine. But if it does, that's great. So I know a lot of times we feel like we have to pour water into everything around us in order for it to pour water back into us. And what I mean by that is, like, a lot of times we overgive, expecting that eventually the given will be given back. You know, a lot of times we over support, we overdo, we over love, we overplay our parts in so many ways, you know. And then when we get to a point where I need that love, like I need some love, or I need some support, I need some help, I need something, we realize what we say to ourselves, I don't have that. I done supported such and such so much, but they can't support me when I need the support. Oh, I done gave such and such so much, but when I need this, they can't give it to me. And we like to blame everybody else for what we feel like is not being reciprocated back into us. But the real problem, like I would tell y'all, the real thing, it really is with self, because the minute you have the option to say, instead of pouring all this love into this person and they're not pouring this love back into me, I'm just going to not pour my love into them at all, and I'm just pour all this love into me. Instead of supporting this person so much, I'm going to support myself. Instead of loving this person so much, I'm going to love myself. Instead of giving this person so much, I'm going to give to myself. And because when you do that, when you make that the choice to pour the love, the support, whatever it is that you overly give into others, the minute you learn to give all of that to yourself is the minute you stop feeling like when you need it, you don't have it. We be too wrapped around giving everybody else what we crave, what we want, what we desire, to the point where we give ourselves the short end of the stick. And then when we don't have it, we sitting around like, nobody supports me, nobody loves me, nobody care about me. And it's like, because you were supposed to be the person to do that for yourself. You weren't supposed to be out here, you know, trying to put on a cape for everybody else. We be trying to just give so much of ourselves to people who are just givers, to people who are just receivers. It's different when you can pour love into something or somebody, and they can pour love or whatever back into you. But when you are the one who is constantly giving, pouring, loving, supporting, and you aren't giving this to yourself, or no one else is giving that to you, you will feel drained. You will be drained. Like, you will feel like you are lacking. You will feel like you are alone. And the people you give to, they don't never give it back. And so it's like you're somewhere high and dry, you know, like how SpongeBob was on the one episode when he like, water. That's you. But you wasn't like that the whole time. You was at a point in time giving a little bit or giving something to yourself to the point where it had you in high spirits. But then you got to a point where you felt like, I guess we feel like we have so much to prove. We have so much to prove to people that we want to just overgive and just to show, to make them see like, oh, I'm a good person, to make them see that you care, to make them know that you love them. Trust me, they know. But instead of cherishing that, they're taking advantage of that. So when you notice that you are giving and you're not receiving, be strong enough, like, be strong enough to walk away. Like, just be like, pull up your big girl panties or your big boy drawers and be able and be strong enough to choose yourself. Like, that is like my biggest thing. Like, just choose yourself. Like, don't keep draining yourself or emptying yourself, depriving yourself of the things that you naturally have because you want to go and give all of this to some ungrateful people that's not going to appreciate it. They're going to just keep letting you do that. They're not even going to say, you gave me enough, I appreciate it, chill. They're not going to even have the common courtesy to do that. They're just going to keep allowing you to be drained and giving them all your energy and giving them all your love while they give you nothing. Okay, so let's start. I gave you enough, I'm cool. Start pouring that into yourself. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times we be feeling like we want to be people go to, but do you really want to be somebody go to? Do you really want to be the person that people call every time they need something? Do you really want to be the person that everybody always call when they want something? Do you really want to be the person that everybody depend on, knowing that you have nobody to depend on? Is that really the person you want to be? And when I ask myself that question, no, I don't know why I ever overplayed my part to prove I'm a good person. People come around me and just off rip know I'm a good person. I don't have to overplay my part. I don't have to overpour. I don't have to overlove. I don't have to overgive for somebody to look at me, feel my energy, and just know Sway a good person. You don't have to give your morals say that you're a good person. Your personality, the way you speak, the way you are, the way your mind works, just everything about you would say if you're a good person or not. You don't have to overdo to try to get somebody to see you. They know you a good person. They know you is. And because they know you a good person, they're going to allow you to keep being this good ass person that they're taking advantage of. Okay, so yeah, choose yourself and swerve on them. Like Boosie said, just swerve. Like, it's cool. When you feel like when you not sure or you not seeing that it's not being reciprocated, that's different. But the minute you see that you are giving something that you're not getting back in return, whether it's loyalty, whether it's honesty, whether it don't matter what it is, in all categories, aspects, the minute you see that you are not receiving what you are giving to something or to someone, stop and put all of that back into yourself. They're not going to, you constantly giving to them, watering them, helping them grow. You helping them grow by doing so much. You're feeding them good advice. You nourishing their soul. You're nourishing their bellies. You're nourishing their brains. You're nourishing their hearts. You're nourishing everything for them. And they are not nourishing anything for you in return. You have to, of course you're going to be drained. Of course you're going to be exhausted. Of course you're going to feel like you keep running the laps. You're going to keep sitting around like, I don't have nobody. But every time somebody calls me, stop doing that. Every time somebody don't do it. Put your foot down and say, when I need it, I don't have nobody. So I'm not trying to be somebody for somebody. Because when I need somebody, I don't have them. So it's cool when you feel like you just genuine enough to just be nice, but never let it get to a point where you're getting taken advantage of. And what I wanted to say was, A lot of times we be pouring into people, believing like the more I pour into them, eventually they'll pour into me, thinking that that's what's going to help people grow, or that's going to help people change, or that's going to make people be you to you. You cannot expect people, just because you are this nice giving person and you feel like, oh, this my sister, or this my girlfriend, or this my boyfriend, or this my brother, just because they have that title, you cannot expect that they're going to be what you are to them. A lot of times we be literally running around like, oh, I'm this person, so they must be this type of person too. No. Stop putting you on other people. Let you be you, and just observe and see and who they really are. Stop putting who you are on other people. Let them be who they are. See them for who they are, and you don't gotta judge. You could just see it, and you could just, okay, I'm not getting what I'm giving. I'm not receiving what I'm giving, so I'm gonna fall back. And it's just that simple. You don't have to pour into people for them to grow. People gonna grow on their own if they want to grow. Do you get what I'm saying? You can help people grow by pouring everything that you're pouring into other people into yourself. Because the more you pour into yourself, the more it shows. It shows how much you care about yourself. You show people how to care about you by caring about yourself. You show people how to love you by loving yourself. You show people how to water you by watering yourself. We be expecting people to do certain things for us that we wouldn't even do for ourselves. Of course they're not supporting you. You're not supporting yourself. Of course they're not loving you. You don't love yourself. Of course they're not caring about you because you don't care about yourself. But the minute you stop pouring all of that into other people, you start pouring that into yourself, they start to see it. They start to feel it. And it's like, they see it. The proof is in the pudding. You don't got to sit there and text no long ass paragraph about how you should be treated. You don't have to sit around and cry and be mad and sad because somebody ain't giving you what you're not giving yourself. If you can give it to yourself, and if you are giving it to yourself, you don't have to worry about who's not giving it to you. You don't have to worry about who's not supporting you if you're supporting yourself. You don't have to worry about who's not loving you if you're loving yourself. You wouldn't. You just naturally would. And I'm speaking that from experience. I used to overpour. I used to overgive. I got it. You got it. I used to be that person 365, like 24/7, 365, literally. Not anymore. I have to water me, because me watering me, I'm able to be a better mother. I'm able to love myself in ways I feel shows me that I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to validate myself. I don't need nobody else's validation. I don't need confirmation on who I am. I don't need nobody to think I'm a good person for. I don't need nobody's opinion about anything, because I'm so busy watering myself that it don't matter to me who's pouring into me or who's not, because I'm pouring everything I have into myself, into my eggs, or into my children. Do you get what I'm saying? The more you could feed yourself, the more you could love yourself, the more you could love others. You can't even love somebody properly without loving yourself. You can't even nurture somebody properly without nurturing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, oh, I love my kids. I love my kids. My kids got this. Now, okay, and it's good to know that you bought your kids this and your kids got that. But that don't just determine if you love your kids. Because you could say, oh, I love my kids, and I bought them, they got everything they want and they need, but you got a whole man in your house abusing you. You got a whole man in your house disrespecting you in front of your kids. Do you see what I'm saying? So what you buy your kids, that's not just what shows. The material things do not matter all the time. Are you willing to walk away from somebody else to show yourself how much you love yourself? Are you able to love your kids enough to choose them over a toxic bond? Are you able to walk away from not even just a man? Are you able to walk away from family? Are you able to walk away from friends? Are you able to walk away from anything that is not of your highest good? Are you able to put on the cape to save yourself and your children, or just yourself if you don't have children? But are you able to put on that cape and save yourself instead of trying to put on that cape for other people who they don't want to be saved? Like, you have to that shows how much you love yourself. That shows how much you love your children. Not what you buy them, not none of that. What shows that you love yourself is, are you willing to say, forget everything else that shows me it doesn't love me? That is how you prove the love you have for yourself. Not by pouring into other people when you're not pouring into yourself. It's impossible. It is literally impossible for you to love somebody without loving yourself. And you can love them in ways, but to love somebody fully, you can't. You have to love yourself fully to even know how to give that love, to even know how to love your children better or to love anybody better. You have to know how to love thyself. Okay, and I'm sorry, y'all, if I be yelling. I really be yelling because I don't know if y'all can hear me for real. And I'm gonna be getting a microphone really soon. I'm gonna be getting a microphone real soon. But I'm trying to find a quote to close this out with. And I really think I made one for this video. I think I did. Okay, yes, I did. I got a couple. Okay, so this quote says, we see how far we're willing to go to prove our love for someone else. But how far are you willing to go to prove your love for yourself? And I'm going to repeat that. We see how far we're willing to go to prove our love for someone else. But how far are you willing to go to prove your love for yourself? And that's something y'all can sit with. And like I said, don't just hear the question. Don't just feel the question. Answer the question. It's not no right or wrong answer, but answer the question to your, or just sit on that quote for, and answer it. You don't got to get this answer to me. You ain't got to get this answer to nobody, but answer it for yourself. Or reflect on the quote for yourself. I love y'all so very much, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day, evening, or night whenever y'all watching this video. God bless. I'll see y'all on the next.